Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to our first issue of our, going to call it our second season
Yes.
of Free Play Fridays at 4.
Welcome back. I see on the YouTubes that Rob and Elna and Celia are all here. Welcome back, I will say to all of you. We hope you've had a good few months. Some of you I have seen on Zoom for one reason or another. And so I hope that you've been keeping well. The last time we had a Free Play Fridays, it was August 28th, I believe. And then we took a bit of a hiatus as everything else started getting up and running. So just so you know how we spend our time now that, the academic year has hit, my community city choir has begun, which Celia is a part of. We had our Sing Festival at the end of September. Dylan and I are the co-artistic directors of Sing, the Toronto Vocal Arts Festival, and lots of exciting things going on there. We went completely virtual, which was great. 6 days of a whole lot of fun a cappella workshops and concerts.
We started the teaching year at Humber College, which for the entire year is going to be entirely online. That is going very well, and our students seem to be in pretty good spirits thus far.
Indeed, and hopefully they'll be with us today as well, listening and watching. And all sorts of other kind of one-off festivals and things like that.
We were just in Finland today.
That's virtually.
Virtually, we were in Finland today. Suba and I were involved with some teaching at the Sibelius Institute, and that was a whole bunch of fun. So we just did 4 workshops with them. So this is a fairly full day for us.
That's right. We're into our 5th hour of singing and talking at people.
That's right. It's 11 p.m. in Finland right now, and so if any of our Finnish friends managed to stay up late enough, hello. A few bits of housekeeping for you. Friendly reminder that this is a studio quality audio and video performance that you're getting, not just some sort of iPhone in your basement kind of show. So we highly encourage you to put on your headphones so you can enjoy all the lovely, rich sound that we're hoping to give you. It looks good on Facebook. It looks even better on YouTube. So if you wish, you can head over to, let me see if I got it here. It's going to be at youtube.com/c/freeplayduo, and that will show up in just a second.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. And also, as you can see from the banners at the bottom, we do this as a pay-what-you-can model. People have been very generous in their support, and we've had a wonderful, loyal audience. We've missed our community. We've missed you guys. And although we're not happy for the reasons why we're back, we are happy to be back.
That's right. Yeah, we figured as people sort of hunker down a little bit more at this stage in the pandemic, we thought, hey, we'd like to reach out to people again from the safety of our living room to yours. So thank you for being with us, and thank you for continuing to be with us if you saw us over the summer as well. And we're going to give you today, anyway, as you know, our show changes around a little bit. We're both multi-instrumentalists, so sometimes we'll throw in some instruments, sometimes we'll throw in some originals. We're both composers. But today we thought we would stick with the sort of heart and soul of Free Play, and that is a cappella and live looping, sometimes just with 2 voices and other times with the help of technology. And of course, we will describe to you what our live looping is all about, if you've never heard it before or you don't know how it functions. And we have a great time. We encourage you always sing along, dance along, connect with one another through the live chats. It's become a very, very important feature in terms of connection and what I call shared human experience.
All right, so we're going to start with a piece that we introduced to our Finnish friends earlier today. We've done this one a few times, but not a lot through our series, which I think we mentioned. This is our 21st episode. We did 20 episodes starting from April and going till August. We did 1 per week for 20 weeks. Coming back, so this one is a little bit of a deep cut from our stuff, one of our beautiful live looping tunes, and one of the first ones we put together, although it has since been updated. This is a beautiful tune by Cassandra Wilson.
That's right.
Called Sankofa.
Oh, Sankofa, high in the heavens you soar. My soul is soon to follow you back to yesterday's moon. Will it remember me back to yesterday's sun? It will rekindle me, rekindle the spirit into tomorrow, and high on the wind Sankofa flies again and again. Oh, Sankofa, high in the heavens you soar. My soul is soon to follow you back to yesterday's moon. Will it remember me back to yesterday's sun? It will rekindle me, rekindle the spirit into tomorrow, and high on the wind, Sankofa flies again and again. Oh, Sankofa, high in the heavens you soar. My soul is soon to follow you back to yesterday's moon. Will it remember me back to yesterday's sun? It will rekindle me, rekindle the spirit into tomorrow, and high on the wind, Sankofa flies again and again. Sankofa flies again and again. Do, 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 do. Sankofa fly away. Use your little wings to fly. Oh, Sankofa, fly away, 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 away. Do 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 do. Sankofa flies again and again and again. Sankofa flies again and again. Sankofa flies again and again.
Thank you so much. That is such a beautiful piece, I have to say. Thank you, Cassandra Wilson, for that one. Sankofa, the African proverb that tells us we must look back at the past and have it inform us, and may we learn from it, and in the hopes of a brighter future. And that message is so relevant. It was relevant when she wrote it, it was relevant before she was born, and it is relevant now. So just a beautiful message to take with you today.
All right, I see some more of our regulars are showing up. So we have Peter from Ottawa. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
We have my old friend Vanessa from Aurelia. She was part of one of my very first groups, Jazzmatazz, that I got to sing with.
Jazzmatazz, all right.
And Anne-Marie Holman from the Netherlands is here as well.
Anne-Marie,
So we've got our
lovely to have
international
you
crew.
back.
We've got our UK crowd over there, any chance?
Yeah, well, we've got, Ray Dillard is here. Hello, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Jennifer Kerner. Yes, we're happy to be back as well. Jenny is here. Wonderful. Who else is here? Yeah, kind of. We've got our regulars over here, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, we do have to say we are very glad to see you.
This is
we've
the
had
family.
we've had some beautiful weather over the last little while. We had a couple of days of snow, but then we've had this crazy, beautiful, extra extended summer fall time. And so we thought we'd bring this one back. We usually think of this one as a springtime song, but we're going to dedicate this to the sort of nouveau spring that we've got going on.
That's right. The sun is setting right now, just so you know, but it is there. You can see that our lighting, I don't know if you remember our lighting from 3 months ago, but we've got sort of a glow in our living room, and that's thanks to the sun that is setting in this direction over here. Well, it's going down this way. So you'll probably see the lighting change over the show. Just so happens that this show is right around our setting sun, or as
Canada
we head
sunset.
Canada sunset as we head into dusk.
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 All right, we're going to give you a classic early 50s, 60s-ish song about a bird.
More birds. Here we go.
One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Tweedledee, 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 tweed, 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 tweed. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go a tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 a rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee, go rockin' robin, 'cause they're really gonna rock it tonight. Tweet, tweedledee. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little birdie in the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow, love to hear the robin singing, go bird, go, rockin' robin, tweet, 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 a rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee, go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock it tonight. Tweet, tweedledee. The pretty little raven at the bird bandstand taught him how to do the bop, and it was grand. They started going steady, and bless my soul, they out-popped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee, go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock it tonight. Tweet, tweedledee, 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 tweet, tweet.
So fun.
I never get tired of singing that song. I love that song.
I know.
I just noticed my Humber student, John Vita, has joined us as well. Great to see you, Jonathan.
Hello.
And Bhavani is watching as
Hi,
well.
Bhavani. That's my sister. Hi, Bhavani. Wonderful to have you here.
I'm going to say hi to my mom. I know she's watching. She doesn't tend to comment, but she is lurking in the background. Hi, Mom.
My parents as well, actually. So hi, Mom and Dad. Yeah, we're allowed to do that. It's our own live stream.
That's right.
Hi, Mom. Hi,
It's
Dad.
our live stream, and I'll do what I want to.
That's right, exactly. We're going to give you what we sort of consider a bit of a classic tune. This is a Brazilian tune. And we bring it to you partly because those of you, as we're restarting our FreePlay Fridays at 4, part of what we're doing, of course, is live looping. Not in the last song. The last song was just simply 2 voices.
Bhavani's in the car with your mom. Awesome.
That's amazing.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Yes, exactly. Don't groove too hard. Okay, that's really funny. So we like to do this song partly because it's a bit instructional in the sense that we're going to describe to you how this live looping thing works. You might be wondering, oh, are there backing tracks? Is there karaoke? Band in a box? No, not at all. So we are using Ableton Live, and all it is giving us is a click track so that we can stay on track and in time precisely enough, and everything else we are generating live in front of you. And we basically automate everything so that we draw in how the arrangement is going to go based on our imaginations of how we've created the arrangement, and we create all of our arrangements together. Once we basically automate everything and draw it out, we just have the responsibility of singing it perfectly and precisely in tune and in time.
The machine is not very forgiving. If you make a mistake, it doesn't care. It's just
so
going to keep
true.
going. So we're going to make this, we've been in instructor mode all day, so we're also going to say, this is a conversation. Throw a question in the comments if you want to know how things are working or anything like that, or anything. Have conversations with yourselves. The great thing about a live stream compared to a in-person concert is that you can talk to people in the middle of the show and it doesn't bother anybody. So by all means, have your side conversations, ask us questions, whatever you like. So we're going to show you how we do our live looping using Mashkinata. We are going to start by putting down some percussion. If we do that, it goes like this. After we put on our percussion, we're going to put down some 4-part harmony for the verse section of the song, like this. But now there's a section to the song, so we have to put down 4 parts for the B section of the song. I like this. Now we've got all the pieces we need to do to sing this song. If you recognize it, sing along out loud at home. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oba, oba, oba. Oba, oba, oba.
Mas que nada, sai da minha frente que eu quero passar. O seu samba está animado, o que eu quero é sambar. Este é samba que é misto de maracatu. É samba de preto veio, é samba de preto tu. Mas que nada, o samba como este é legal. Você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Oba, oba, oba. 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 Oba,
Oba, oba, oba, oba, oba. Oba, oba, oba. Oba, oba, oba.
All right. Hope you're dancing along and singing along. I see that I didn't refresh my little arrow thing on the YouTube over here. I see John Hodges is with us.
Hey, John.
And Barry Livingston is with us. And Trevor Wilson is with us.
Hi,
Fantastic.
Trevor.
Yay.
Oh, so good to see you guys. It
Yeah.
really is.
Honestly, family, all y'alls, as they say.
So when we haven't been part of our own live stream concert series, FreePlay Fridays at 4, we have been involved in a number of other concert series, some vocal festivals around the world. We were involved in Vocal Asia a while back, Black Forest Voices, a couple of other things like that. And one of our most recent concert series is actually a concert that is coming up soon. Suba, tell us about that.
All right. I'm not sure if Confluence Concerts is with us today. That would be Larry Beckwith and the gang. I'm one of the artistic associates with Confluence Concerts here in Toronto, and we have a Purcell Remembered concert tomorrow. That's Henry Purcell, for those of you who might be in the know. And we are celebrating with a gigantic concert that starts, it happens tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You can go to confluenceconcerts.ca for more information, or you can find them on Facebook and that sort of thing. And so I wanted to offer a couple of pieces, one that I had done in a previous Purcell concert that was revived and kind of reimagined a little bit. That's more of an instrumental piece with some background singing as well. But this one is an a cappella duo piece that, a live looping piece that Dylan and I did many moons ago.
Back when we first started doing our live looping stuff, when we had foot pedals.
Yes, that's right. And we didn't do it very often, to be honest, this particular piece. Such a gorgeous tune from the opera Dido and Aeneas. And I'm sure for those of you who are at all in the know, opera-wise or Purcell-wise, you will absolutely know this. It is a devastatingly beautiful song, very sad, and it is Dido's Lament. And we absolutely love performing it. We've loved reviving this. We actually basically made a new arrangement because we couldn't remember what we did so many years ago, never wrote it down, never recorded it back then.
And we were using our foot pedals, and now that we've got our computer, we can do much more detailed things than we could do back in those days, too.
Absolutely. And so so this one, we have to give a little bit of credit to the Swingles as well, our friends formerly.
Swingles, if there's any Swingles out there, say hello.
Shout out if you're out there. They do an amazingly beautiful version of this. I haven't heard them do it in a very long time. It was part of one of their older touring times and albums, I would assume. And so beautiful. So we give thanks for their inspiration for a very particular part of this piece. And so, yes, please do tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Toronto time for the Purcell Remembered concert from Confluence Concerts. Again, that's confluenceconcerts.ca.
And we will take a moment to write confluenceconcerts.ca in our comments, just in case you need a reminder of that. We'll do that maybe right after this when we're setting up the next piece.
Yes,
we'll
exactly.
We'll each type it in our various formats that we've got. I'm taking care of the Facebook side, Sue is taking care of the YouTube side.
That's right. So here we go. Sad song. But I love it. I love wallowing in this one. This is Dido's Lament.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
When I am laid, I'm laid
When I am late, I'm late. Lay my rose tree. Don't trouble me that
There you have it, Dido's Lament.
Now I'm going to type in confluenceconcerts.ca.
Yes. Shall I do the same? Are we going to leave an empty screen for a moment? I'd feel lonely. I'd think that you might feel lonely too. Thank you, Mike Deal. Mike is with us. And thank you, Mike. Mike said over here, pretty spectacular. What a lovely mosaic of styles. This is what we love to do. We have this fascination with having the cultures collide in beautiful ways. And the hope, of course, is to never dilute any one of the traditions that we're borrowing from. You know, Dylan and I are both classical piano players. We grew up in the classical tradition. I studied some early music as well. And so it's beautiful to bring these things back in kind of a brand new package, something that will hopefully feel very refreshing to everyone, keeping the music relevant and accessible and exciting, really.
All right. We got a hello from our neighbor. Our neighbor, Claudette, is watching.
Hi, Claudette. Hi, Claudette. Hi, Sarah.
And you got a comment that says, nice hat, Suba. And I believe that is Aunt Lil. Aunt Lil, is that you? Is that who's writing? I can't read it from here, but I think it is. If it is, please say yes. All right. We are going to move on from Dido's Lament to naturally what follows, which is South Indian percussion. So as Subas mentioned, part of our ideas of sort of taking different cultural touchstones and making them relevant. This particular piece is something that Suba wrote. This uses the vocabulary of South Indian percussion called sorkatu, which is literally a language to sound like a drum. And it's used to teach drummers and percussionists and musicians about South Indian music. And so Suba, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this.
All right. So this was one of the, well, I should say a piece of this song was written at the inception of a band that Ed Hanley and I created together called Auto Rickshaw. And we're still alive and well, but I wrote this piece right at the beginning in 2003. That's where it began. And it was just a little slice of this. We wrote a suite for the Harbourfront Centre. They commissioned us to write a suite. We called it Trivandrum Mail, which is the name of a train in South India. And so each piece of the suite was, it had something to do with trains or the inspiration of the rhythm of the rails and that sort of thing. And this particular, what you're going to hear at the beginning is this dudum, 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 that kind of thing. And it's basically, that's exactly the sound that I was hearing when I wrote this and then translated it to the solkattu vocal percussion. So it's a piece that I call tum petti. Petti is the word for a box. So like, a box that you put contain things inside. And tum is a very prominent syllable in this particular piece. So it's called tum petti. Looks a little bit like Tom Petty, but it is not. Tum petti. And we hope you enjoy it. It moves between a kind of 8th note or 16th note into the triplets. So enjoy riding
That's when
these
the train
rails.
goes around the curve.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
That's the way I think about it.
Beauty.
All right.
Here we go. Tatum. 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 Tatum.
Tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tum. Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tum. Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tum. Tatum.
tum-ta,
Tum. Tatum.
tum-ta, tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta, tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta, tum-ta,
Tatum.
tum-ta, tum-ta,
Tatum. Tum. Tatum. Ta.
ta-tum, tum-ta, tum-ta,
Tatum. Tum. Tatum. Ta.
ta-tum, tum-ta, tum-ta.
Tum tatum takatum takita tum takadimi tum tatum takatum takita tum takadimi
Tom tatom takatom takitatom takatimi tatom 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 takatom takitatom takatimi tom tatom takatom takitatom takatimi
tum tatum takatum takita tum takadimi tatum tum
tom tatom takatom takitatom takatimi tom tatom takatom takitatom takatimi tatom tatom takatimi tom takitatom takatom tatom
tatum
tatom
tatum
tatom tatom
tatum
tatom 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 takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin
takita tum
takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin
takadin da din da din
takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin
tum tatum tatum ta
takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin takadin tatin tarin
takita tum takatum tatum
takadin tatin tarin
takita tum takatum tatum
takadin tatin tarin
takita tum
takadin tatin tarin
tatum tatum tatum
takadin tatin tarin
ta 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 ta
ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta
There you have it. Some of our Finnish friends today, when we were working for the Sibelius Academy, and our dear friend Jennifer Moyer and a bunch of her students, they said, "Where do you ever breathe?" A very good question. Yeah, it's hard to know where to breathe. What I basically said was, you have to take intelligent breaths. Do it in a way where it feels extremely musical and extremely rhythmic. Sometimes you can sing on the in-breath as well, which is always a lot of fun. But that one is a bit of a, what shall I say? It takes your breath away.
Take my breath away. We also have giant oxygen tanks down here underneath it that nobody can see. All right, we're going to move on to a Jason Mraz piece because that naturally follows South Indian rhythm, I would say. We every once in a while we get these lovely personal stories about the music that we bring to people, and we have a couple of friends that we met when we were performing at a choral festival in Ayvalık, Turkey. Just an absolutely beautiful place by the sea. And a young woman came up to us and said, so I was at the concert with my boyfriend. We weren't getting along very much at the time. And you guys started singing that song, and that's kind of our song. And when we heard you guys singing that, we just kind of gave each other a look. And ever since then, things have been good. And it was a really, really
heartwarming
and inspiring. And it was just a reminder that we always have these opportunities, all of us do, to affect people in positive ways whenever you have a chance. And whether it's intended or whether it's unintended, it's just wonderful when we can do that.
Yes, it is. And that's part of the reason why we brought this series back. It's as much for you as it is for us. It definitely feeds the soul in so many different ways.
So the other thing we love about the songs that Suba gets to sing bass. She
Yes.
loves that.
Jennifer Kerner, I know you're with me here.
Yeah.
She's going to be singing bass in her home. This I know for a fact. All right.
A little Jason Mraz for you.
Yes, and please, you must sing along. There are no options here. Here we go.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be cool, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'd be giving it my best. And nothing's gonna stop it but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some more, learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm Hey, 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 hey. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, love, loved, love. Sing it at home. Well, I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short, but this is our fate. I'm yours. Won't you come and scooch on over closer, dear? And I will nibble your ear. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try and see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. So I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I was saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanity and just go with the season. It's what we aim to do, but our name is our virtue now.
But I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot
wait. I'm yours. Keep that going.
I
Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the sky is yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, cause our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
Yeah, I felt the love on that one.
Woohoo!
Nicely done. Nicely done. Beautiful. Do I see Bernie over there? Hi, Bernie.
Hi, Bernie.
Yes, I see lots of love. Love pouring out of you is no surprise, Bernie. You are a beautiful, beautiful guy. And we're so happy to have you with us.
Oh, my goodness. And speaking of breathing,
Yes.
Okay, so this is how I described this piece when we were in Finland a couple of hours ago. Subin, our guilty pleasure is pop music from the 1980s. We love it so much. We even have our own 80s band called Retrocity that does all a cappella, all 1980s.
Totally gnarly, dude.
Oh, totally rad.
Rad.
And you just like the hat, right?
Right?
Okay. So our second guilty pleasure is we love singing horn lines together. It's more of a nerd pleasure than a guilty pleasure.
It is.
So we combine those two things, loving to sing horn lines and loving 80s pop, and what you end up with is Miami Sound Machine. And so this summer, one of the upsides of having this amount of time home and off the road is that we have more time than usual to develop new repertoire. And we had quite a bit of new repertoire built up over the 20 weeks of stuff. And so we are going to give you a piece that we worked up because it was really hot. And we decided in the heat of the summer that we'd bring up the Miami Sound Machine. And we're going to do this one. This is another one that involves the ability to be able to breathe and breathe and breathe without having to take a breath.
Exactly.
So this one is, of course, a conga. This one you should totally sing along with. Suba, do we have lyrics if we need them?
Sing along, get up and dance. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga. Don't ka don't pa 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 don't. Come and shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga. Feel the fire of desire as you dance the night away. 'Cause tonight we're gonna party till we see the break of day. Better get yourself together and hold on to what you've got. Once the music hits your system, there's no way you're gonna stop. Oh. Come and shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat.
Take a big breath from the oxygen tank underneath us.
Right?
Hello, Kimberly. Our friend Kimberly has said it's fun to hear some new repertoire.
Yay!
Adding in the Dido. Fun fact, because we've had this opportunity to develop new repertoire and because we have the time, we are going to be recording a new CD over the winter.
Woohoo!
And
CD? What's a CD?
What's a CD? We're going to record a collection of music that
Kidding.
you can get on your hoverboard. It'll just be put into your brain chip, whatever is the current model of delivering music
That's
these days.
right. We will have options for you, most certainly.
So we're also happy to hear from you folks as to if there are particular pieces in our repertoire that you've been hearing that you would like us to include. We will take that into consideration. We also have one other thing that we've been doing. When we decided to start this up again, we sort of said, well, what are we going to do different for Free Play Fridays? We have not sorted that out yet, and we're also interested to hear from you guys as to what we can do, not just in terms of what new music we can do, but also other ideas of things we could do during the show. But as part of that, we decided that we're going to open up a second franchise, for lack of a better term. In the new year, when we start recording, we're going to call this Studio Sundays. And this is going to be something entirely different. Rather than being a concert of organized repertoire like this, we're just going to open up the camera in the studios while we are working and live stream little pieces of our recording sessions. And we figured if anybody hasn't been into a recording studio and wants to get a sense of what it looks like behind the scenes without it being all cleverly edited into a nice documentary, they just want to see how it works. We might
Raw,
give you a
honest truth
raw,
of
honest
what
truth.
happens. And yeah, I mean, it could be a total disaster, but we're actually really excited to show you that. You know, to me, I guess I'm just at a stage, and I think we both are at the stage where we don't mind kind of letting it all hang out in that way, where, you know what it's like to hear a polished studio album. You know what it's like to hear the product. We're very excited about the process, the creative process, and letting you in on that creative process and getting under the hood of what we do. Maybe you get to see us putting cables into other gear. Maybe you get to see us actually create something on Ableton where you're watching us drawing, record here, overdub here,
sitting
mute
at the
here.
piano, working out an arrangement,
Yeah.
doing the same piece of 4 bars of music 12 times in a row until we get it right. Us
Exactly.
yapping at each other back and forth between the engineer's booth and the recording studio, all these little bits and pieces that
Yes.
are quite fun. So we're excited to show this to you. We're probably going to start it at the beginning of January. I think it's going to be something like Sundays at noon, which means we have to wake up and get our voices going well in enough time to be able to sound
Yes.
halfway decent when we're going to be putting this thing on. And I don't know how long it's going to run. It could be a 30-minute thing. It could be 2 hours. It might just depend on what's happening that day. So we're
Yeah,
going to keep it very loose and very organic.
Yeah, I think the whatever we're doing is going to dictate however long it might take, yeah, we're excited to do that to give you that sense. But also, as we said a little bit earlier, if you have ideas of your own where you're saying, I've always wanted to know about that thing, or this part of an arrangement, or how to approach an arrangement, things like that. Anything that might be on your mind in terms of your musical curiosity, we would love to hear it. It's again, it's just going to be great in terms of honoring the process, whatever that process may be.
And it could be, it would be interesting to see. We've made so many records now that we've lost sight of what is unfamiliar to people, to be perfectly honest.
True that.
And so, if somebody asks us one week, I'd love to find out what your sort of arranging process is like, that might end up driving how we approach the next week.
Yeah,
for all we know. All right, we're getting close to the end. We still have a couple of pieces. Things have been progressing in the last few months since we did this, not always in the right direction. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on down south. So, you know what? I'm just going to put this one out to the people of Detroit. They're getting a bit of a rough ride in this election,
Yeah.
and so we're going to give you a piece of Motown. And we got a chance to sing this in Detroit, and I'll tell you, singing it in that city was a very moving experience because you're sort of, it's a multi-sensory experience. So when you're singing the words and you're seeing what Detroit looks like, what it smells like, feels like, sounds like, it has a different weight to it, I think. Yeah. And given everything that's going on these days, I think this song is just as relevant as it was when it was written. We're going back to 1971 and Marvin Gaye, and this is, of course, What's Going On. Two, 1, 2, 3. Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. Painted lines, brother, and picket signs, brother. Don't promise me, brother, with brutality, brother. Oh, talk to me, brother. Oh, we can see, oh, what's going on? 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 Everybody thinks we're wrong. Well, but who are they to judge us? Simply 'cause our hair is long. You know we got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. Painted lines, sister, and picket signs, sister. Don't punish me, sister, with brutality, sister. Oh, talk to me, sister, and we can see, sister. Oh, what's going on? 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 What's going on?
going on?
What's 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 going on?
Thank you very much. Woo.
Oh.
Oh, that one.
Felt that one today.
Yeah, felt little deeper, little wider. Yeah, sending vibes of clarity down south.
Yep.
That's what I'm giving. Positivity and clarity.
We all have to do what we can now. The hardest thing is to try to keep understanding each other. It's we were watching this interview with Obama on David Letterman. My next guest needs no introduction. And one of the things he said is, we are really living in alternate universes because the way we get our information now is so tailored to who people think we are that they said, you Google one word, and depending on your particular leanings and particular likes, Google a word like Egypt, and if you're right-winged, what you get is Muslim Brotherhood, and if you are left-wing, you get Arab Spring, and you get these and then if you're somewhere in the middle with no political affiliations, you get tourist information. So this is the kind of world we live in, where everything is so fragmented, and it's just best for us to get our noses out of our devices, start talking to each other, I guess.
Exactly.
Start talking to people who are different than you, if you can.
Yeah. Understanding, cooperation, connection. It's all very, very important. And again, we want to thank all of you for connecting with us and having this shared experience together. We really do feel your energy. Part of that is, of course, the live chat, the fact that you are with us in real time and we get to see your reactions. I see that our dear friend Barry Livingston asked, that was an amazing set. When do you usually repost the concerts? We repost them pretty much right away as soon as they kind of render after we've made the show.
It takes maybe an hour. And so this is a good point, is that this is now our 21st episode. They are all available on our channel. If you want to watch some of them, you'll see it's going to come down on the screen in just a moment, our YouTube channel. Those of you who are on YouTube, you already know where to go. And those of you who aren't, we suggest that you head on over to our YouTube. There it is. Right. Oh, there it is. Right there. It was just there.
It was
and
there.
Get yourself there and subscribe. And then you can get access to all the different episodes. And it's really interesting to sort of see what a snapshot is, what a summer show looks like when we've just been camping, and what a springtime show when this is all brand new looks like. And now that we're into this, what we're going to call our second season. Just so you know,
we're older and wiser now.
We're older and much older.
So much
Not
wiser.
much wiser. And we're going to keep this running at least for the next little while, like at least until January. It might be a short season, it might be a long season. We'll figure that out. We will take Christmas off. I think that is a Friday, and we'll probably take New Year's off, but
right.
It depends on what New Year's Eve looks like, I suppose.
This is true, yeah.
And a friendly reminder, as you can see from the information down there, we are doing this as a pay-what-you-can model. The emphasis on you watching the show. The emphasis is not on you paying for the show. We also see this as artists, we do have a responsibility to do good things with our music. So if this music is out there and cheering you up, that is good enough for us.
Yep.
If you do want to support, we'd love to have your support. It's wonderful. Mostly, we just like to have the opportunity to connect with you. So thank you so much for being here. We've got one more song for you.
Yes, this is a classic.
This has become a traditional set ender.
Yes, it's true.
For this show. So we're going to mix up some 60s Beatles with a little bit of North Indian raga-esque kind of stuff from Suba, with a little bit of psychedelia through the entire thing. If you've watched a lot of these shows, you know damn well what we're going to do next.
Yes, exactly. James Metcalf is here. He caught the last 20 minutes or so. Excellent. He says, I'll be back. That's great. Everybody, come on back whenever you want to our YouTube channel, FreePlay Duo. The word that Celia used after what's going on and what we were talking about, compassion.
Oh.
We are going to leave you with that word. Thank you, Celia, for that. We are feeling it very deeply, and we hope we can spread that to all of you. And we're going to do it by way of a very psychedelic song now. This is a Beatles tune. If you know it, sing along. And once again, groove along. Thank you so much for being with us.
Let me tell you how it will be, Taxman. There's one for you, 19 for me, Taxman. 'Cause I'm the Taxman. Yeah, I'm the Taxman. If 5% appear too small, Taxman, be thankful I don't take it all, Taxman. 'Cause I'm the Taxman. Yeah, I'm the Taxman. If you drive a car, I'll tax the street. If you try to sit, I'll tax your seat. If you get too cold, I'll tax the heat. If you take a walk, I'll tax your feet. Taxman, Taxman, 'cause I'm the Taxman. Yeah, I'm the Taxman. Don't ask me what I want it for. Anybody got a little money? Anybody got a little money? Anybody got a little money? If you don't want to pay some more. Anybody got a little money? Anybody got a little money? Anybody got? 'Cause I'm the Taxman. Yeah, I'm the Taxman.
Now my advice for those who die: declare the pennies on your eyes. 'Cause I'm the Taxman.
Yeah, I'm the Taxman.
And you're working for no one, working for no one, working for no one, working for no one.
Anybody got a little money? 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 And you're working for no one but me.
Thank you so very much, Dylan Bell.
Suba Chakran.
Together we are FreePlay. Thank you so much for listening. We love you so much. Sending out all the love. Be well, be safe, be healthy, be good to each other, be good to yourself.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.